What is going on, everybody? My name is Alex Freeberg, and today I'm back with a watch related topic. So, something that I pride myself in is I have spent almost no money creating my watch collection. And a lot of people that I know spend thousands of dollars on their watches out of pocket, and I am just not that kind of person. I like finding deals, I like selling, I like trading, and working my way up and building a collection from scratch without having to use my disposable income from work, which my wife loves because I'm not spending the money that I'm making at work. I'm spending money that I'm just making myself in my spare time. So I'm just going to kind of go on a rant about what I do, how I make good trades and sell my watches to make more money in order to buy better watches and sell them for more money. So about 2 years ago, I got into watch collecting, and my dad had bought me this Galaxy S2 or something like that. And I think I sold it for about 90 bucks. It just wasn't my thing. I didn't really like it. But I started getting mechanical watches, started watching a lot of these, popular YouTube channels, and I was like, you know what? Let me try some other watches. I just want to sell them, trade them, try different watches, see what I like, and kind of find out what I want to build my collection on. So I started doing that, and one of the first watches I sold or bought was an Invicta Pro Diver. It was cheap. Had good reviews. I had never worn a diver in my life. I have a nicer one or two now, but to me that one was like a great starter watch. So I buy it for I think 50 bucks. I try it on and I like it, but I don't love it. But I wear it for a while. It was, I believe, the blue and gold one. Uh, yeah, with the gold stainless steel gold bracelet. So it was nice. Just wasn't really my thing. So I sell it, and I sold it for 60 bucks, I think it was. I was like, wait a second, I just made $10. I wonder if I can do that again. So, I started buying other watches. I started buying some Seikos that I'd find on the Facebook Marketplace, eBay, um, what's another one, Let Go app, and I would buy them and I would try to get them really cheap. I would always negotiate. Unless it was already a really good deal and I really wanted it, I was like an Invicta Pro Diver that's like 30 bucks and I knew I could flip it for 60. I would jump on that in a second and just buy it what they're asking. So I did this consecutively for almost a year. Um, and I have my collection right here sitting in front of me. I might show you one or two watches, but I went from about $80 or $90 that I had originally sold that Galaxy S2 for, and I worked my way up, and I now have around $600 to $700 worth of watches. Um, okay, so let me rephrase that because I just sold two watches. I have about $500 worth of watches, and I actually have about $100. Or how much do I have? I have it right here and I have $170. That's how much I have. So I have 170. So I have almost $700 worth of watches and cash, and that cash is going to go to buying another watch. So one of the first real watches that I bought that I kept is this Orient Mako 2, and I really wanted an actual diver. I didn't want something that was too gaudy. I just wanted something that had good specs, that was nice. And I got this one on eBay for $150, which is a little above retail, but I got it with, that's the super oyster, bracelet, the one with solid end links. It is really nice, and so I bought that. And I was willing to pay that investment because I knew that I was keeping this one long term. And this is actually the watch that I was wearing when my son was born. So it's very special to me, and kind of I foresee it being something that stays in my family and I pass down to my son when he's older. And so that makes me excited and happy. So here's some tips and tricks or things that I would do if I don't have a lot of money, but I really like watch collecting, which is exactly what happened to me. One is find watches that you like that are popular, buy them low, sell them high. Sounds easier than it is, But I actually found that was actually pretty easy. Most people who have these Invicta Pro divers, those lower end watches, often will let them go for a lot less than they paid. They'll let them go for $40 when you can sell them for $60 if you market them right. Um, and so that's my first tip. That second tip, which is the end of that first one, was you need to be able to sell a watch. I am a salesman. I can sell anything. I can take really good pictures. I have a professional camera that I take really nice pictures of, and in my description, I make it sound like this is a great, great watch, which it is. I'm not lying to them. It's just the way that the person sold it to me was, "Hey, I got this, Invicta Pro Diver. You want to buy it?" I'm like, "Yep." And then when I do the description, I say all the specs. I say how long I've had it, how long I've taken care of it, what the timing is, because I'll wear it for a few days and see how far off the timing is. And people really appreciate that, especially if they're into watches. So to invest that time, take the time to make it look nice, and post it on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, however you want to sell it. Place it on multiple things, and you will sell it faster. The next thing is trades. I have had some incredible trades where I have traded something that I bought or traded and traded and traded that was originally $50 for over 200. One of the biggest trades that I ever made was I had what was it? I traded for a to sell marine diver, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know. And I traded from that was an Invicta Pro diver that I traded for a Seiko SNK, which was in decent shape, that I traded for two watches, which was a Seiko, which is a lower, which is a quartz Seiko, and then a something else. I can't remember. And I traded and I traded and I traded and I traded up to it to sell from a $40 watch. So $40 up to about $230 watch just from trading that. That took about a month and a half to do, but it was well worth the time and the investment and bargaining that I did. And so that's my other, tip is just talk to people, see if they're willing to trade. If they are open to trades, show them all the watches that you're willing to trade them for. And if they take it, great. And so I think those tips alone are going to get you over time a good collection. I now have two divers, a few dress watches, and a G-Shock that I would have never invested the time or invested the money in, because that's a lot of money to invest in watches, and I didn't want to put that financial burden on my family, because I would much rather my money be going towards food or paying for rent or all those things. So to wrap that up is you can have a good collection and you can make a good collection simply from investing that time and effort and money and knowing what you're doing. So I hope this has been a little bit of a motivation to get back out there. If you want to have a higher end piece, make it a priority. Buy those lower end watches, buy the Seikos, buy the popular watches that you can resell at a greater value, and just keep at it. $30, $40 here and there, selling one watch, two watch, three watches is going to add up over time, and you'll eventually be able to buy those higher end pieces. I just bought a Seiko SKX the other day, and it's in the mail coming here. And so, that was a piece that I never thought that I really even wanted or needed, but I got it for $150 online, and it's in great shape. And so I'm super excited to get it. I'm going to see if I like it. And if I don't like it, I can just sell it. But if I do like it, I got a $150 Seiko SKX. And so you just got to find those deals, find those places. I know I can resell that for $200 easy. Actually, hold the phone. I forgot one super crucial tip that I may have kind of intermingled in there, but I wanted to make it really apparent. My big tip, and something that I have probably made the most money from doing, is buying from eBay auctions. I get it in. eBay auctions, you can always get a really good deal. I get it in from eBay auctions. I have it in person, and I sell it locally. People will buy so much. They'll buy a lot more. They're willing to pay more in person because they don't have to buy it online. They don't have to wait the shipping time, and they'll pay you in cash. And cash is king. If somebody pays me through PayPal, that can always get reversed. They can request a refund. Cash, they really can't. So cash is king. So I buy a lot from eBay, and I probably bought 30 watches within the past 2 years off eBay and sold them almost every single one for profit. If sometimes it's only $10, but sometimes I've made like $40, $50 off one watch. So I love doing that. I think you guys should do it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have a different way of doing it, if you think that or if you've tried it and you really like what I've done, tell me a big success story. Let me know. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, like. This is my first video where I've shown my face in the video, so don't be too harsh on me. I'm not looking super pretty today, or maybe I am. I don't know. So thanks for watching. You guys have a good day, and I will see you later.